Hello everybody, it's been far too long. It's Muriata here once again, and welcome back to another figure unboxing. Woo! Yes, yay! Now, yeah, it has been quite a while now, hasn't it? It's been well over a month. And it really sucks because this month was supposed to have like 7 figures or something like that. And it was supposed to be a very expensive month. And we got 1. Technically, there is another one that could possibly still come out this month, but it just released in China, so it's not gonna. There's no way in hell it's going to come. So yeah, it's been pretty much of a letdown month, and then this figure comes in, and I've taken a step that I don't normally do, because when this box was delivered, yeah, it's been smushed. The top is smushed down. UPS did this figure dirty. So I don't open them until I do the video, but I had to check and make sure she was okay. And her box is smushed, but she looks okay. So yeah, wasn't happy to see that. So I have already taken her out of the shipping box, but that's okay. So, who did we get? We got Best Horse. Yes. We've got Daiwa Scarlet. She is from Uma Musume Pretty Derby. She's a 1/7 scale figure manufactured by Max Factory. Scarlet technically released today on August 28th of 2023. There was no delays on her, so woohoo! It can happen. And especially when you consider she's from Max Factory, who normally has like at least a year of delay. So I did order her August 8th of 2022. So it's been over a year, but basically a year since I've ordered her. Good Smile got her there because she was the same price as at Ami Ami, and they've got flat rate shipping. So yeah, can't beat that. But they billed me finally on August 10th of 2023. She shipped out on the 25th and got here today on the 28th. She could have got here on Saturday, but it's UPS and they don't work on the weekends, so whatever. So Scarlet wasn't cheap, but considering prices these days, she wasn't too terrible either. She cost 23,800 yen, or $173.39. And $20 or 2,000 yen flat rate shipping, which was like $14, I think. So yay. But yeah, so the front of the box is smushed. You can see creases there. You can see it's bent in, creases up here. The window is still solid, but there is a little crease there. Spin her around to the side. We got a nice shot of her, and it looks good. Like the box is matte, but then she is glossy. So she stands out. Going on the back, we got the same thing with the glossy background or the matte background and glossy figure pictures. Got all the warnings. There is the other side, again, same effect, and it's again dented in all over the place over here. But you can see it's like dented in here, but not here, and that's where the crease of the blister is. So yay, blisters do its job. There is the top of Daiwa Scarlet's box. It's got her tiara and her horseshoe. And then the bottom is just plain boring white with a UPC code. So yay, we have Best Horse. And if you disagree with me on that fact, you are allowed to have your own opinions on which horse is best, even if that opinion is wrong. It just leaves more Scarlet for me. Woohoo! So let's go ahead and get her open and just actually make sure she is actually good. I don't think there's going to be a problem. I don't see any damage. And like I said, the dents are where the blister isn't like holding it. She does have 3 seams, or 3 seals. Go ahead, open the box and pull her out. Instructions. Inside of the box is like a grid pattern, and it's got little dots of light and everything. Not sure how well you can see that. Okay, we'll put that off to the side. And there is Scarlet in her blister packaging. And a little bit better shot of her. Again, I don't see damage. Gonna want to check her hair just to make sure, because that is kind of close to the edge. Instructions. Don't think we're gonna need to open them, but you basically put her on the base, and then you put her tail into her butt. So yay. So we'll spin Scarlet around in her blister pack. So there she is from the front. She is number 1. There she is from the side, and the back, and the other side, and back to the front. So yeah, the blister is a little deformed right there. Again, I don't see any damage other than a couple superfluous creases. So yeah, let's go ahead and get her open. Blister. There we go. There's that. We'll go ahead and pull out her base. So it's like a pedestal of a base, and it's got a nice gold embossment around the edge. It's all plastic. It does look like marble until you look on the other side and it's just white. It does look like the top could pop out. I'm not gonna force it or anything, but if you don't like the 3/4 of an inch tall base, you could try to do that and make it smaller, but then I do believe the peg down there would stick out further and it would be unbalanced. So again, don't try that. We've got 2 plastic rectangles for her feet to peg onto and 1 metal peg. It's not very big, but it is there, and it is metal. We'll go ahead and pull out her tail. Do an inspection on that since it was close to the edge. So it is a fluffy horsetail. It's got good shading. It's got a very long peg to go into her butt. And yeah, it's a little seamy up towards the top and everything, but you're probably not really going to see it very much because it's going to be behind her. Okay, so now let's pull out Best Horse. Okay, everything seems to be in one piece. Let's zoom out. So we'll unwrap the plastic from around her whole body and her hair. She's got some bubble wrap around this area. She does have a bag around her arm. She's got a little foam block underneath her tassel. On the hair, we got another bag and another foam block and another little bag. And there's a sheet between her ribbon and her little feathery, hairy thing. I don't know how else to describe that. Go ahead and pull this bag off. There was another piece of foam there and another little baggie. Spin her around to the back, and she has a plastic plug hole holder. So we'll undo that, and we'll set her down. She is quite weighty for the figure, so yep, she's not a light girl. She is a strong and powerful horse. So now that we've done that and got that out of the way, let's go ahead and pick her up. We'll do a normal zoom and look at some details. So there is Scarlet's face. She has a moai fang, which is, considering she's a horse, which is an herbivore, moai fangs don't really make sense, but they are cute. It's got nice pinkish red eyes, And she's got the air intake vents on her for her hairstyle. Very detailed tiara, the gold or a blue transparent jewel in the center of the heart. It looks like it's got little golden accents. We do see her horse ears. Go to the side and we do see a shiny metallic looking ribbon, red ribbon. And then her ponytail holders, like I said, are this blue fluffy stuff. She does have nice long twin tails. She is a busty horse, but she is clothed very nicely, so not lewd at all. She does have a little navy blue bow tie and little frill covering her button seam and everything. She's got a couple gold buttons there. She has very poofy shoulders. And then some epaulets, I think they're called. They're golden ones with little tassels. Tassels are just sculpted. They're not really all individually made, which is okay. And then she's got the ropes around that one shoulder, which wrap around to under her boob. Her corset area, it's wrapped, right under her chest, and it's got 4 buttons. And it is layered, so like a petticoat, I think that might be what it's called. She is number 1, as I said, so she is holding out her number 1 finger. There is a little bit of nail polish, but not really much. We do see her knuckles sculpted. The fingers are all sculpted, but they are one piece. Got her palm lines and everything, and her thumb. On this hand, the ring and middle finger are one piece, and everything else is sculpted. And she is resting her hand on her hip, making the victory number 1 pose. Nice blue sleeves, good details in the wrinkles around the elbow and her cuffs. You can see down the cuffs some, so nice detail there. Her skirt is flowing it's like she's twirling, so it's flowing out from her body, and it's multi-layered, so you got a white underskirt and then the blue overskirt. Both of them have a gold trim on it. Nicely done. Don't see any paint bleed offhand. Let's go around to her back. You got the gold stripe going down her spine line, and you got nice wrinkling around her waist and between her shoulder blades. You got the kind of horseshoe shape around her tail hole. Top of her head, we got the part line. The fringe seam line is well hidden beneath the hair. And again, she's got the long wavy twin tails. She is wearing some thigh-high boots with some garter straps and some under boots. Going up, we do see her shoes. They've got the navy blue bows on them with a little brighter blue ribbon sculpted around it. And we do have some gold accents going up her calves. She does have some blue stripes around the tops of her boots. If we tilt down, we do see she is wearing garter straps, and she's wearing like spats. It's not panties, it's spats. But they are very tight fitting. She has very thick, powerful, strong thighs because she is a horse girl. And then if we go down to the bottom, we see the rectangles and the peg hole. I almost expected there to be a horseshoe, but oh well. Let's go ahead and get her on the base. I'm going to set her down, tilt the camera down. It's going to be pretty simple, I think. Line up the peg. Okay, guys, maneuver her legs just a little bit. Apply some downward pressure. Make some creaking noises, so I'm not going to push down too terrible much anymore. Okay. Tilt the camera back up. And throw her tail on the table. and then insert it into her tail hole. How is the best way to do this? Well, first we actually have to line it up correctly. So the notch is on the, when I'm looking at it this way, the top right. I was doing it the wrong way. So that goes a little bit easier considering her hair. Give it some pressure. It does look like it is sticking out just a hair. I'm sure I can get it to go all the way in when I apply pressure later. But Scarlet is now assembled. Best horse. And yeah, she is quite cute. I am happy. Let's spin her around and take some good looks at her. So yeah, I like the way the skirt's flowing around. And the red ribbon around her ear looks very good. Her tiara looks very good. The hair is shaded very well and sculpted pretty well. There are added on pieces, of course, but they're not super obvious that I can see. Like from a normal distance, I can't see them. And I like that she is on a little pedestal. It'll lift her up. You don't necessarily need a riser for her, but you may still want one if you put her in the back. But if you put her like in the middle of a shelf, it would be okay. In the front, it may be a little bit of a detriment because she's up, so you can't see the ones behind her. But it all depends on how you plan on displaying her. Bring her a little closer, tilt up. We'll do a zoom in on her face. So yeah, it's a cute face. She is determined. She is victorious. She's smiling, happy horse. Got her tongue. And she's got her one moe fang. I'm looking now. I do not see human ears, just her horse ears, which is good. Fringe does not come off. Number one, best horse. So yeah, luckily, despite UPS's best effort at destroying her, yeah, it helps if instead of pushing the zoom out button, you push the stop button. So yeah, like I said, despite UPS's best effort to destroy her, she survived. She is pretty much perfect. Her box is squished. Really, she's a relatively simple figure. I mean, she's just standing in a little victory pose and everything. But there's lots of sculpting details, lots of shading. Her underdress and like her breast covering, that's like a pearlescent, slightly glossy paint. But her over petticoat is matte paint. And it's got some darker shading around the edges. And she's twin-tailed. And she's horse. Kind of a fluffy tail, but not really. It's more of a hairy, stringy tail. But yeah, I'm happy with her. I am very happy. I have best horse. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and read the information and close this off. This is Daiwa Scarlet. She is best horse from Uma Musume Pretty Derby. She is a 1/7 scale figure manufactured by Max Factory, and she released today, technically, but she released on August 28th of 2023. Good Smile did ship her out a few days early. She was not cheap, but shipping was good. Well, shipping was cheap, not necessarily good. But yeah, she cost 23,800 yen at Good Smile Company and at Ami. So I went with Good Smile for the flat rate shipping. That was $173.39 for me when I paid. So yeah, Scarlet. So like I said, I got another figure that's on order that technically they haven't delayed her yet, but there's no way she's coming out. So this has been a month of disappointing delays. I was supposed to get like 7 figures. And then last night happened. And I have 7 figures coming. So yeah, there will be videos shortly. And next month, all the figures that got delayed to it, so it's going to be an expensive month if there's no more delays. But there's probably going to be delays and delays and delays. So yeah, expect, but like I said, I placed an order last night for 7 more figures. So they're coming. They were all in stock, pre-owned. And all but one were under $100. So let's see what we get. Anyways, I'm rambling. I hope you enjoyed Best Horse. She is Best Horse. If you have other opinions, you can have them. It's more Scarlet for me. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.